Hey guys, Monkey Ninja here, and welcome back to Metroid Zero Mission. In the last part, we just got to Kraid's lair, and we're gonna go ahead and keep getting a couple items and power-ups, and see if we tackle the baddie himself.
Okay, say if, but are we gonna actually take him on this part?
I believe so? Maybe. Quite possibly. Does that answer your question?
Kinda, sorta, maybe.
Although it makes me kind of sad that later games don't really have a Kraid anymore. I mean, he's not really all that big of a difficult boss or anything, but I really like his music. And well, it's kind of weird that he was like one of the bigger enemies for Metroid starting off, and now it doesn't really appear anymore.
Yeah,
It's all about Ridley now.
Kraid's one of those enemies that's made quite the more metamorphosis, as you'll see a little later. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I enjoy Kraid fights typically, but you know, Kraid's kind of a big boss, so I can kind of see why it might be a little difficult to program. And right here you have a missile tank coming up, which actually I have a little bit of trouble getting to, but I'll get it eventually. So you might see me fail a little bit again. Right here I'm trying to put two and two together, figure out how to get there. Because as you can tell, there's multiple ways to go ahead and get to any given puzzle.
And if Simon fades through the enemy for the third time.
Yeah.
No.
But one of the things I enjoy about this game, though, you know, as a side note, I really enjoy the colors they put in this game. Everything's really, really colorful. As you can see there, I say screw it, I'm gonna come back to it a little later. Or maybe right now. Call it OCD, call it ADD.
I call it, I'm not gonna give up until I get this damn thing.
Yeah, I call it annoying. I call it being annoyed.
Or not.
Will I get it this time? For me
I think you're just moving on at this point.
Oh man, you saw how his eyes got all wider? You noticed that too?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! What happened to the floor?
Yeah, I'm a little all over the place right here. I decided, you know what, I am gonna go ahead and get that.
I want it. No, not really. I could go on with no. I gotta have it. I don't think I do. No, I want it.
I want it, I want
Yeah.
Go, oh, I can figure this out already, okay.
Yeah, and here I finally put two and two together. I mean, that's not really that straightforward, to be honest.
It's
That's
not.
pretty dribble.
You found it out of random chance. I can see that there. I probably would have
Really-
taken a second to figure that one out too.
Here, what I was trying to do. Now, here's my train of thought, if it wasn't obvious. Now, when I went up to that second room, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go and keep going. But as you can see, you weren't able to go past the railing on the other room unless you're on morpho mode. So I'm like, oh, that makes sense. You get morpho mode to go over like that, right? So I go ahead and try and use morpho bombs to go ahead and reach the spider rail, and I notice that the floor below me just gets destroyed.
In that certain
That's how
situation
they
like that, you know, that's when it's like, okay, there's something here.
Yeah, you have those eureka moments a lot of times in this game, more than the other games. Some of the puzzles were set up kind of, well, let's just say uniquely, and you won't really see it that much unless you really go out of your way to 100% and get every item. Then it becomes a little, it could be frustrating to say the least.
Like right there, as you demonstrated.
Yeah, that one wasn't that bad. But yeah, as you see, I go back to my map every now and then, try and make sure I'm going on the right path, see if I'm not missing anything.
Anything to it.
Yeah, and as you can see, ice obviously allows creatures to defy the laws of physics by freezing in midair.
Not as bad as any other kind of games I know that, you know, completely destroy the laws of physics. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, I like to think of it like the mask. I just saw that again recently. Freeze! Oh no!
Hey! You said freeze!
Shut the door, shut the window, I don't care. You know, after rewatching that, I didn't remember how good that movie was. And it might be in the running for one of Jim Carrey's best, obviously, but when I really have to think about my favorite movies is I think it's a close tie between Me, Myself, and Irene and Dumb and Dumber, which I think Dumb and Dumber wins. But here's a little more annoying puzzle. As you can see, the supreme blocks disappear at a certain amount of time. So yeah, this one takes a little bit to figure out also.
This one's a little more obvious.
Well, to you might be.
Okay, wait, what? Okay, yeah, maybe it's a little...
Yeah, this one comes down to more of timing. So like, it might take a second to put two together, but I figure it out. I ironically figured this one out quicker than I did the other one.
There you go.
Nope.
That's one way to do it, but I can't recreate that for some reason. Actually, I think I do. Nope.
Third time to charm.
Hopefully
Or not.
Yeah, and there's the second part of the difficulty of it. That's the second difficult part about this puzzle, or the second challenging part. You have to time it to where you fall off just right and you don't fall down.
Well, how do you... I'm assuming you just jump off, like you just drop by jumping.
Yeah, but there's somewhat of a delay, so you have to time it in advance.
Oh, okay.
But thankfully I got that one a little more quickly than I did the other one.
Sure.
So, here, I'm assuming I just go to save and I explore, make sure I explore everything before I go ahead and try and make my way to Kraid. And this game actually encourages, well, it relies a lot on fake passages. So like, you can't always completely rely on a map and like expect to get where you're gonna go. And a lot of times you're gonna see a lot of fake areas.
Well, I mean, at least when that happens and everything, it does at least lead to a power-up or something. It's not just saying, haha, you chose the wrong path.
Well, not just that. If you look at the map, you won't see a path that directly goes to Kraid. And we can't get this E-tank yet. We need to go ahead and get a upgrade to go ahead and get that extra tank.
Yep.
But I'll go back to what I'm talking about, like when I defeat Kraid, which I'm assuming I don't think is in this episode, and it's probably in the next one. As you can see, Thomas is getting ganged up on there. No means no.
And you're stuck.
Yeah.
Wait, what? No, we're not.
Yeah, as you see, another fake passage that you have to go through for a while. This is what I'm talking about.
Well, I hope you have a lot of energy, though.
Yeah, you should be a little careful about how your energy drains there.
Now, I see, you know, the compared to other Metroid games, you know, being used to like the Prime series, so it looks like the amount of E-tanks you can get are significantly lower. They're actually called energy tanks, but I'm just gonna keep calling it E-tanks, just because it's a lot shorter. Anyways, though, how many can you really get in this game?
16?
Damn, seriously?
Yeah, well, I'm just guesstimating, like, the top row fits about 8, and you get 2 rows of them.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. In the original, you can only get, like, 5, I believe, and then there's 6, so the 6th one would only, give you a full health up.
You could have 6 in total, but there were 8 in the entire game.
Oh, okay.
You got another one after you had 6, it was nothing.
Yeah. It just that's really it, though, and, you know.
And this nice little fuck you addition that the developers added. They also made it possible in the original game to where you could get more missiles than you could carry if you use the cheat. So yeah, I actually think there's a way to get more missiles than you can carry in this game also. Like the standard, as you can see here, there's a lot of fake areas. Back to what I was saying. Like, you know, the map won't tell you directly how to get the Kraid. It just says that Kraid's right there. But there's a lot of fake passages you have to go through. Almost half of the map is fake. Or hidden, not necessarily fake.
It stays kind of open in that aspect. Like, okay, you know, this is where it's at. There's a general idea of what the map looks like, but we're not going to tell you where to go.
I guess that's how you make this enemy intimidating. You make it so his derpy eyes fall out after he dies and try to kill him.
We go,
And that's another staple of the 2D Metroid games. You have an eye right before every boss room. Except for this one, you take it out with just one missile. And I decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and grind, since it's probably not the best idea to fight Kraid in my current condition, which he's in the next room. But I don't pick the best spot to do it, so I apologize for this, guys.
Editing.
Your health's good enough. You have enough. It's great. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I actually think I do say that right here.
Should have had a recording of that. Fuck it, I'm good.
You from the first game, you were really small, got my side. Holy shit.
Yeah. Kraid's hit the gym. Or eating a lot on that. Your choice. Well, I mean, it's kind of weird. The physique's like, you know, chicken arms, big fat belly. Maybe she's like the McDonald's diet. He, she? Is it a she?
Well, maybe Kraid is just kind of like making fun of T-Rex or something. You know, T-Rexes have the same problem with being too intimidating, but then they have like these little baby arms.
Well, when I think of Kraid, I for some reason envision Fat Bastard. I can imagine that's what Kraid would sound like. Get in my belly. I eat because I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy because I eat. And as you can see, I'm being a little reckless here, but yeah, I mean, this different pattern, you don't really have to worry too much about memorizing the pattern. Just kind of stick away from it if you can. Stick away from it, and pump it full of super missiles, or missiles.
Hit the eye, and then when the mouth opens, that's the meat spot.
That's actually one thing. They did make this a little bit more difficult than the Super Metroid Kraid fight. Because in that one you could have super missiles. If you use, I think, 5 super missiles, you can kill them on the spot.
I think it's less than that. Anyways, enemies go ahead and explode, and as you see, one of our doorways opens up. So one or two doorways leading up to Mother Brain.
How does that work? I don't understand.
Did you like speed that up?
No.
That looked really weird. It looked sped up to me.
Alas, there was no editing.
Okay.
And then you get one of the iconic upgrades, the Speed Booster. And boy, do the developers abuse this when it comes to getting upgrades. For a few reasons.
Well, you know, to be fair, this probably is like the most satisfying weapon in Metroid series.
Yeah. So with this, you get the ability to run like hell and destroy almost anything in your path. Which you gotta go ahead and give yourself enough fun.
I think what makes the Speed Booster the most fun is that when you you know, most games, you have to worry about touch damage. You touch an enemy, you get hurt. You touch an enemy, you fall off the platform you're on, and that gets kind of annoying. But with the Speed Booster, you are the touch damage. Another foot.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, but you gotta give yourself enough room here. That's not failing with you.
And then you jumped!
Yeah, well, what I was trying to do is I was trying to aim myself upwards to where I hit the door. I forgot that, you know, they put your, as you see right here, Silence just goes in crack mode. But another unique attribute about the Speed Booster is if you build up enough of a speed and you press down, you know, you crouch, you can maintain that charge. So what you do is you press down when you're glowing, and then you jump, and then you press in the direction that you want to go in, and it'll send Silence flying in that direction, basically obliterating anything in our path. And that's what the developers like to abuse when it comes to getting certain power-ups. You have to master this, which is a technique called Shine Sparking. That's what the name of the technique is, Shine Spark. So yeah, you have to get really used to that if you want 100% it. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.